special episode for the Venus Jupiter in effect. And this is the moon in Cancer, squaring this conjunction. It has been said a lot, and the entire community went, how do I not fuck up my Jupiter Venus conjunction? And you just can't fuck it up. It just happens. You feel the urge to do something. It happens in Aries. So Aries is the instinct. You have probably had an instinct to do something good that you enjoy today. And even though the ruler of this conjunction, Mars in Gemini, is squaring Neptune or implying to square Neptune, we still get a lot of benefit from this. I wanted to mention something that I didn't hear other people talking about, but Chiron is only 1 degree from this conjunction. And so, what we need to keep in mind is that not only does Venus and Jupiter conjunct, um, but also this is happening just 1 degree from Chiron. This whole conjunction is applying the Chiron in Aries. So the chance we're getting today is to sense pleasure and optimism in places that were previously wounded. There's a great chance to heal a layer of something. Um, Whether that's your sense of self around your pleasure or being able to feel yourself, perhaps being intimate, or your optimism, your point of view, you perhaps might be more willing to bridge between your point of view and the point of view of another. And that can take many forms because Venus is relationships, its finances, its values, and Jupiter is philosophy, also religion. Venus is also sisters and women. Jupiter is also children and the bringer of children. So semen, a man, or people with, who are this Jupiter. Um, all of that taking place in Aries, which is very much about both breakthrough and new beginnings. It's the sign of making, if you have two options, you make a third one. Or if you're driving a car and you have a T in the car, you just drive straight on and you pave the path. It's the road not taken. Aries usually competes with itself only, and that can give you a sense of optimism. Look at the clouds here. Oh, the clouds are so amazing. That can give you a sense of optimism where you've previously been wounded. It can also um, tenderly purge, because Chiron can do that, those things that were standing in your way. And you see this is happening naturally in your Aries house. So I'd really like to hear from you. How did you experience today? What happened for you today? What just happened? Is something that just happens that's positive, that's optimistic, that brings you wealth or celebration of something? Um, and that can be in any way, shape, or form. There are 12 houses. Um, and Venus and Jupiter could be different things in your life. So think what happened. And I'd love to hear that from you. Let me know in the comments what happened for you today or yesterday. I literally woke up with the exact conjunction between Venus and Jupiter on the minute. That was my morning. Um, and I felt a lot more attuned to my true desires without getting too frustrated. It's like identifying this is what I want, this is what fits me, this I want, that I'll do someplace else, whether it's my expenses or food or even I was going to a restaurant and it was quite noisy and outside is quite hot, but I did take like from the counter the things that I wanted for my home cooking, and I just had my coffee elsewhere. So I did purchase what was good for me, but I also didn't stay in a place and put my money, the best of my money, in a place where right now, like it's a great place, but right now it was too crowded and outside too hot. Okay, so you could have had with Chiron these experiences where something's not exactly flowing, but you don't let it get to you. Okay, also if for me it's in the second house, so it was food, groceries, shopping, and then I had my coffee at a place that I really knew was like the greatest coffee, um, and that was a lot about staying attuned to what I truly desire and not feel like, oh, I already said I should order, or I already went there, I already took this product, I should take everything, and I like being able to have a second thought, being able to say yes, no, and maybe around my food, around my pleasure at the place, or something like that. So there was a great experience, and you could be having it in anywhere around. Maybe you have it in the fifth house, so around children or your hobbies. Maybe there was something around your hobbies, or you wanted to buy something and it wasn't quite the deal. So instead of just, either getting too frustrated or, like not making a mess out of it, you could express assertively your need and desire and change the situation. This is what I feel the Chiron is adding to this. And of course, if it's your fifth house or your seventh house, eighth house, this could be in intimate relationships. You could be having a way more attuned, um, intimate encounter that truly does satisfy your need. Or if something's not correct for you, you stop and you say that elegantly, or you find a way to say that elegantly. Oh, this I like, this I want to change that, or um, being able to express yourself. Okay. Um, just Venus in Aries, she knows what she wants and she's in to get it. Okay. What she needs is also to relax and allow things to come to her. Although in Aries, she also makes it happen. Okay. She's going after what she wants. So this can actually be healing for Venuses that don't tend to, or Venus retrograde, or Venus that maybe is restricted by Saturn, and it doesn't say so much what she wants. And with Jupiter, you can have this sense of optimism that you're gonna make it. You can suddenly see um, sometimes the details of a situation. In the background, Mercury is applying to conjunct Saturn, which is a very interesting combination because Saturn can be about restrictions and delays. It can also be about letting go and knowing when to stop. Mercury is children, its trade is communication. Um, so you could be having all kinds of experience with it. Mercury is also details. Saturn is also the need to be attentive to details. So you could be extremely aware of how the details in your life play out, or you have more attention, more relaxation, more attention to pay attention to the details that now make the bigger picture. Um, Jupiter calls for a new point of view, a new philosophy, getting acquainted with certain religions around you, but also just a new point of view of the matter. And a new point of view that is more optimistic. Don't forget that in April 30, we're going to have the first eclipse in the Aries Libra axis. So we're already preparing. It's in that context. We're already preparing the things we thought are impossible are actually way more easy than we thought. And Aries, like I said, is also the sense of self. Okay, so your worldview or your I am can dramatically transform. And I addressed that both with Venus and, yeah, I don't think I addressed it with Jupiter in Aries, but definitely with Venus and the whole concept of anything in Aries. With Venus is also wealth, so I am wealthy. Just think of the many ways you are wealthy in your current situation. What is wealth to you? Okay, Venus. Um, I'm happy in my body. You can find out that you might be able to do certain things you weren't able to do before, even athletically. And the way your identity or your self definition, and knowing that only you define yourself, nobody can define you for you. Um, and how is your self definition actually contributing to your being happy, wealthy, and well being, satisfied with life, and excited, optimistic, eager to wake up to start the day? The sense of meaning and purpose can also be dramatically invigorated. So, this is a great time to be alive, right? It's a great time to be alive. And we definitely need this conjunction. And the beauty that it happens with Chiron is that we get to heal something about our sense of self, some more ease, relaxation in who we are, and find out that we have a place in the world. It can be, for example, if it's your 10th house, it can be your career or your relationship with the mother or the father, the boss, or you as a boss. And that can be very meaningful. Perhaps you feel closer, more comfortable, more at ease with yourself, or maybe your boss is more at ease with themselves and they project something that is easy to be with, easy to be around, easier to work with, or a subordinate too, even. Um, Also, there is a great excitation in the air. Okay, a lot of people were like, "How do I not fuck this up?" Okay, there's this great conjunction coming of two benefics in a fire sign, and although Venus is detriment or even detriment in Aries, it's opposite to the sign of its ruling, that's Libra. She's still in the make it happen sign, and the conjunction with Jupiter is helping a lot. And the conjunction with Chiron. So we might also, what I felt is a combination of the expectation and the reality and being satisfied with what is and how it leads. Oh my gosh, look at this beauty. Oh my god. Look at the moon. For heaven's sakes, this is so beautiful. So unexpected beauty. Oh, and of course, so Venus is also ruling Taurus, and Uranus is currently in Taurus. So we can't really do Venus now without a bit of Uranus. So some unexpected pleasure. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I'm just lying in my porch with my feet on, yeah, those braces I think I put on my feet. It's actually, yeah, it's actually a suitcase, and I'm lifting my feet up outside. Um, I can't stop taking shots because it's just freaking amazing. So we can't really do a Venus, any Venus, without something unexpected happening around Venus because Uranus is in Taurus, and this is how rulership works, right? Rulership works with, let's see if that was a natal chart, and I would look at your chart and I would see, oh, Venus is ruling Taurus. Yes, but also what is in Taurus? So I would look where is Venus, but I would also look what is in Taurus when I want to tell you something about value, about your love language, about relationships, and so on and so forth. Um, so, unexpected beauty, unexpected initiation, unexpected romance, unexpected pleasure, unexpected gains, and also unexpected expenses. Okay, but those are probably things that you won't regret. What you buy today, you might not. Like, you won't, even if some of it is transient, like thinking about buying. I saw lipsticks that were green and blue and whatnot at the store today, and I was like, that's a lot of, not even in the context of, Halloween or stuff. We have Purim, which is kind of like the Jewish Halloween. Um, Although not really with the context of the dead or raising the dead, it's just that people cosplay. It's more like a cosplay holiday that has to do more with saving the Jews from some dark leader or something. Halloween is more about honoring the dead. So these are two completely different holidays, but both of them include cosplay. So even regardless to cosplay, seeing these weird colors for makeup, and I was like, that's Uranus in Taurus, and you'll meet things you didn't think you would buy, and be very optimistic about those. They can be exaggeration again with Chiron, but also there's also the sense that there's radical acceptance with it. It's okay to try something new. It's okay to set aside a budget for those things that you didn't expect. Um, with Jupiter, well, the Sun is in Pisces, Jupiter rules Pisces, Sagittarius, and Neptune is in Pisces, and Mars, the ruler, is squaring Pisces. So that is there is this Mars applying to square Neptune in the air, but it doesn't take the proportions of, you know, what we would expect with Mars Neptune. Um, so we get a lot of. benefit, and we get to heal our um, accepting that things are not going to be just perfect and smooth. You can't always be too spontaneous, but also you can't always plan for things. And so there are things that you do have to plan, and there are things that you can be very spontaneous about. Um, it's very likely that what you thought was going to happen is not exactly what's happening. This looks literally like a galaxy. I just can't ignore this beauty. Oh my gosh, it's like yin and yang. Ah, can you see that? Look at it. Oh my god. Oh, eh, this is totally like the yin and yang. Oh my god. Um, so yeah, there's also because Aries is the sign of the self and Venus is there, so there's the need to balance your sense of self with connection with others. And a healing way to do that, or a way about relationships, um, that you see from a different point of view, and you could be like, oh, now I get it. With Jupiter, oh, now I get it. If I do it this way and not that way, then that is okay with the worldview of that other person or my worldview. If I look at it from that point of view, that is way better. Oh, I didn't know that that was what was disturbing. So that needs to go. Okay, um, because Aries is a lot to do with the sense of self. They can be a lot of deeper insights around. No, it's not you that is not desired. It's just that behavior or these words or that um, approach. Okay, and so you can differentiate. You can sever ties with the identities and approaches and behaviors, and to some extent, to more like instinctual patterns that are not supportive, but also come to terms with the place, Aries, where you are impulsive and you need that impulse to have a place to express itself. Um, yeah, that is a very interesting picture. So, I have to leave, and I'll see you in my next video.